And welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. How you're doing? Let us know where you're watching us from. 111 That is our SMS line. It's going to cost you a shilling to talk to us. Switch TV KE on Instagram, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. It's Mwikali Mary on Twitter and Instagram, Mwikali Mary on Facebook. Now. We have been seeing this gentleman over here, anatupatia to wisdom, left, right, center, and always name dropping the wife. So guess what? The two of them are here today. It's time for Relationship Circle. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Njathas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Wanjiro, you're pretty famous here. Like, by the way, from day one, you know my wife, me and my wife, you know even when we were dating, oh, my wife.
Yeah.
So today, come on to our Japata and YouTube, and this is the face.
Yeah, yes. This is the face behind them when Njatha.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Good to have you on the show. Ata leo haniangali. Angali camera. The gentleman is just looking. Yes. Kindly introduce yourself to the people, you know properly how you would introduce yourself. And this is your camera.
Okay. My name is Njatha. I'm a wife. Together with my husband, we run the Merge. Merge is all about identity, relationships, and money, because that's what runs everything in life, you know. Yeah. There is relationship, there is identity, and there is money. Besides that, I just love to inspire young women. Yeah, because I'm also young. Yes. And it's good to be in a space where we encourage each other that we got to keep running. That's true. Yes.
The man, the gentleman. This is your camera.
Yes. Here I am. Okay, I'm introducing myself, Benjamin Njatha. You see, I'm having deer in the headlights moment because of this woman here. And together we run the Merge, as she said, and I'm also a founder of a ministry, but that will come later. And yeah, we just love loving on people and letting them know about God.
Okay. Yeah. Let's apokwa loving on people. How did this come about? Who saw whom first? Well, we've had a bit of his story where he shared alikuwa in another relationship, ikaisha, akaka peke yake for a long time, and then vavavoom.
Yeah.
So how did you find him?
I think I saw him first because he always pretends that he didn't see me on the first day.
Oh, to date? Hajawahi kubali alikuona?
Well, maybe anarushanga some hints, and then I'm like, aha, so you also saw me on that first day. But
where was this?
We both went to Bible school. We met in Bible school.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the first day of orientation, I see this guy, and I'm like, oh, could this be my lecturer?
Oh my God.
Okay, lecturer.
Yeah, but you know, I was, I mean, he's good looking.
Yes.
But I was in a place in my life where I said that I don't want good looking jamas. I just want presentable.
Wait,
Sababu,
that was your petition to God?
Yes, these guys had really broken my heart. And then, you know, like cute jamas are out like there, like attracting the whole, you know. So when I saw him, I was like, if it's my lecturer, well and good. But I thought he was in a relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
And how long did it take for you to find out that he's not your lecturer?
Just the very same day, because it was orientation. So we were being told about how class is gonna be, and we were being given some books and everything. Yes. So I saw he has also been given the books, and so I'm like, okay, so we'll be in the same class. Okay. But my mind was really not there. I was like, he's hot and that's it. Eish. Yeah.
Benjamin, unasikia maneno?
Wacha nimpatie pumping.
Kwa TV.
Yeah. Will I be able to talk after this?
I don't think so, but we'll try. We'll try. So she noticed you, thought you were the lecturer. Did you see her?
I didn't see her. Honestly, I didn't see her. I only saw her later in a photograph.
Not even like haha.
No. In a photograph, because they were standing besides, but behind. Yeah. So that's where I saw her, and then later in class.
Can you imagine this Jama said hi to everybody we were with at that circle, but he didn't say hi to me?
Why?
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
How come unamwona completely like blind. Love is blind, vitu kama hizo.
Inaweza kuwa, by the way, this one is the one that God had hidden for me. So I didn't see her that very first day, but when we went to class, I noticed her. But there wasn't much to eat, and then we selected her to be like the class rep, which she refused. So when she refused, that broke my heart, because me, you know, I like people who are go-getters and they are doing things.
Oh, ushavunja mtu roho. Nata bado hamjaanza.
Yeah, so I thought, these are those, you know, watoto wa bishop, so they are high-headed and nikasema tu, then I lenga that story. I never thought much of her until later. Now we started becoming friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what point did you know that this is going to be more than just, you know, friends?
I would say when we were really good friends.
Okay.
And then one day he asked me out. And then he asked me out, he said directly that I would like you to be my wife. So for me, I
Girlfriend
laughed.
Ilienda?
No, he just told me directly. And you know, like we were friends who would just talk anything and everything.
Yes.
So I was looking out for him like my big bro. Sometimes I even used to tell him, by the way, I want to meet the lady that you would want to marry, because I just want to meet her right now.
Oh.
So
and that for me was the moment when she said that.
Yeah. So when he asked me out, I laughed and brushed it off, because I was like,
Yo,
nothing
bro.
Bro
really.
zone.
Bro zone. Brother in Christ zone.
I'm really waiting to meet
see,
your girlfriend and to see her. But after
Had you
some
already
time,
started seeing, anakwambia yeye anataka, I want to see the one. You're already looking at those ones for, maybe you are the one.
You know, because what I liked about her really, really is her tenderness towards God. Like her conscience is very open towards God.
Okay.
So that was very attractive for me. And then her values as a person. So when she said, you know, I'm looking out for you like a bro, so I'd like to see the person you end up with, so that because of where you're going, you need a woman who can, you know, argument you. And I'm like, oh, I can't look any further. If you know that I need that, then
Yes,
you could
then
be
it's you.
Yeah, so
So you've met this woman all your life, you know.
Yes,
This woman that you wanted to meet was you all
Yeah,
along.
yeah.
And so you brushed it off when you laughed it off, actually.
Yes.
And at what point did you take him seriously?
like after 2 weeks, he came. So he stopped. He always used to wait for me and pick me in town so that we may go to school together. So on this particular day, he didn't call, he didn't text me, he didn't do anything. So I texted him and asked him, like, where are you? He told me he's already in school. So I was like, okay. So I went to school. So I remember that very day he called me aside. No, I called him and I asked him, like, why are you behaving like this? Kwani, what's up with our friendship?
Attitude.
Yeah. And he told me, it seems like we're not on the same page. I'm like, Allah, what same page?
What page is this?
Yeah. So he told me, I asked you out, like, you've really taken long, and I know you already have the answer. And the truth is, I already had the answer. I knew that I wanted him. Like, I wanted us to start a relationship.
Yes.
So, hey, nikaona kitaumana. So I just told him. So in me, I somehow felt if this guy just decides to go, then it's just going to be it, you know?
Yeah.
So then I told him, okay, yeah, it's true, I know the answer, but I was planning something special because I knew the guy that I would date next would be my husband. I was just tired of trial and error every now and then, you know? So I'd promised myself that the next relationship I'm getting into, I really want someone who knows where they're going and what they want in my life, you know? So, and I knew he was. So I told him, okay, yeah, like we can kick off the relationship and then see where it goes. Yeah.
Ukacha attitude.
Yeah. So, two can play that game. So she's playing hard to get. Also, let me play that card on her.
Poor girl was waiting for you to pick her up.
Yeah. So.
But at least you got your answer from them. Then the relationship started.
Yes.
And then how long did you guys court until marriage? Because I mean, you guys were headed there.
Yeah. Our courtship was not long. He proposed to me after 3 months.
Oh, tell me about it. Was it
Yeah.
beautiful? Was it grandiose?
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
Hey!
It was something that I really wanted because
Did he know? Had you told him before? Or you
No.
just listened to what she
no,
says?
I was listening to God.
I had
Yeah.
never told him. I once had a mentor who once told me that sometimes it's okay, like, to put God into the test, you know, like, tell him the things that you desire and don't go sharing it out with people. Let it just be between the two of you.
Okay.
So for me, it was my proposal. I told God that I wanted specific things on my proposal. I knew that the guy who would ask me out in front of my parents, in front of his parents, in front of my pastors and his pastors and our friends, I knew that that guy would be serious, you know. So I
That's
wanted
a
it
lot.
public. Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
wanted it public. That's
Okay.
how serious I just was with my heart, you know.
Yes.
So I didn't tell him, but when we met, I always wondered, how would this happen? I even
Yes.
almost, like, just threw in the towel, because I remember someday he told me, you know what, because we know that we gonna marry each other,
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to propose to you.
Allah.
And that day I was heartbroken. I went home telling myself, I don't want this guy, I'm done.
Like, God,
I
do
really
we
don't
have a
want
pact?
this guy. Exactly.
You know?
I don't want this guy, I'm done. But I think he was just trying me.
Yes.
So in my head, I always tried to put in together the boxes on how this thing is going to happen. And I'm like, God, how will it happen? How will my parents be there, his parents,
Yeah.
and everyone that I want, and in front of everybody, you know? But it happened because on our graduation day,
Yes.
everyone was there. And he planned my proposal on our graduation day.
Perfect.
And it was in front of everybody, even people that I didn't know, in front of our parents, in front of everyone. Just how I desired it, you know?
Oh my God.
So I remember when he popped the question, I
Yes.
ran away fast because I was like, is this
Where are you running
happening? Like,
Why are you
Ulikuwa
running?
unaenda?
I just wanted to go and collect my mind, because I'm like, exactly how I wanted it. How could it happen? And I didn't even tell him, you know?
Yeah.
I was so happy, but then I ran away and then realized I cannot run anymore.
Where were you
Then just came back and said yes. I mean, I had mixed reactions. I did know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alikimbia. Did you follow? Ulikuwa umepiga magoti?
Yeah, I was kneeling, and then,
And then she ran
the chick
away.
is taking off, and everybody's there. The cameras, people are just snapping, and I'm like, oh my God.
What's going to happen now?
I thought she wanted a proposal. So where is she going to? Yeah, so it was that for me was an epic moment.
Yeah.
Especially when I found out that it's what she had asked God for.
Yeah.
I had told her I'm not going to propose just to get her mind off it, so that I
Yes.
can now come back properly
Yes.
and get her a good one. Yeah, so from then on we knew God is going to be very central
Yes.
in the way we conduct everything. Like, we just have to go to him first
Yeah.
to hear from him,
Yeah.
because he's the one who will direct. So after that, plus the 3 months, you know, of just dating,
Knowing each other.
yeah, we a total of a year,
Yeah,
and
1
then
year.
we had
We
our
got
wedding.
married.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Who are you telling what plans you have about that proposal? You know, as girls, we already have, even when the man is not there,
Yeah.
you already know how you want it. Uko juu ya mlima, kwa stars, moon, whatever. But are you telling the right people? Are you telling God what it is that you want for your life? We'll take a very short commercial break. Please share your love stories with us. 111 That is our SMS line. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mikali. Beautiful love stories, and I am a sucker for those ones. I love them. I don't know about you. Let us know where you're watching us from. Switch TV KE on Instagram, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. Please do share your love stories. Nataka kujua uliproposiwa aje, ama unaweza taka ikue aje. So 1 year, the Njathas now are official.
Yeah.
And now you have to live together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
become one. He said something about your relationship on this show. So he's very quiet.
Yeah.
and you are the life of the party. And for him finding that balance was just like, what happens
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
You know, how did you even maneuver? What are some of the things that you had to, accommodate?
Accommodate from him.
Yes.
Okay, I think into our first year of marriage,
Yeah.
we had to sit down and talk and just maybe make like some ground rules.
Okay.
Yeah, for him to just allow me to just be, and for me to allow him to just be. But sanguine, sometimes it gets to a point where you just want to be silent.
Yeah.
So he really didn't understand that, especially my mornings, in regards to how we have been brought up, like mornings are quiet, slow, you just want to be you. So in our first year of marriage, I used to just wake up, say, morning, babe, and that's it. And then I'm quiet all along. So he talks to me and I'm just silent. So he would wonder, like, have I wronged you in any way or what's happening,
It's like you just said hi, babe.
Yeah, you just said hi, you're not bubbly, you're not yourself, you're just so low, what's up? So I had to explain to him that my mornings, I need time to just wake up to process everything, and then now we can start the day. So I had to explain myself, not to just let him figure out what's happening with me, I had to speak out and tell him, this is who I am, this is what you'll be seeing from time to time. So just understand, you've not wronged me. We are on a good path. Just give me some time and I'll come back to
I
myself.
would have assumed that he was the quiet one.
Yeah.
And you were the like, hey, good people.
Yeah.
So
She really is.
Yeah.
But my mornings are
the
not
mornings
that.
are
the
very-
morning is
Yes.
where you just,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
you charge.
Yeah, I charge.
And
And
then
then later I can be all bubbly. So like he used to get confused because 1 minute I'm like this, the other
Yeah.
minute I'm like this. So you'd wonder what's up, what's
Yeah,
happening.
and now from dating and courtship,
Yes.
now into marriage, I'd never seen her in a morning. The,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
true.
first morning is after our wedding.
Yes.
First of all, she's silent, and I'm like, what happened to my wife? Did they exchange?
Yeah.
And I was so confused, and then now she explained that's how she is.
Did you ask immediately or did you let it go by for a while?
Yeah, it was a while before we
Okay.
figured, because you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to just be in her space, and she's there, she's silent.
Yeah.
She can't even respond, like she's just processing. I can see she's processing something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is this a shocker for you that you're married, or
What's going on?
what's going on, or did you just realize, hey,
I think what I'm getting from this explanation is that most of the times we just let things fly by.
Sure.
And you're hoping that the other person figures out. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
kwani by now hujuangi spendi kuongea asubuhi
Yeah.
instead of actually talking it
Sitting
out.
down.
Yeah.
Because we come from totally different backgrounds.
Yeah.
True.
So, and that for me was an interesting space, though I've come to realize
Yes.
years later that it's not all mornings.
Oh,
Again, it's not all mornings. So there are these mornings that she will be all over me, and she'll be like, hey babe, you're not talking, and I'm like, you just told me you need your mornings.
we were told there are no manuals. in
Yeah.
this life
So
to figure
the
it
thing
out.
is just to flow with the moment. Even when you hear us speaking about ground rules,
Yes.
it's a matter of principle.
Okay.
But we let the flow. We just jump into the river and get carried by love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've gotten into a space where the two of you talk, mentor, and empower couples out there and people who want to get into that space as well. At what point do the two of you know that this is something that we can do together? Because you have to be sort of like grounded in what you have already. Know that we are in control of this, no matter what comes, you're on the same team, and we're able to share this information with other people.
Yeah.
We knew that even before, right into our dating.
Okay.
We knew, because I always advise people that before you meet the guy that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or before you meet the lady that you want to spend the rest of your life with, it's good to understand your purpose and to understand what you really want to do in this life. Because sometimes when you couple up and you really don't know what you want to do or where you want to go, you could get swallowed up in someone else's vision. So by the time we were meeting, I knew that I was passionate about mentoring young people and just inspiring hope in them. and he also knew the same.
Yeah.
So by the time we were meeting and discussing these things, we knew where we want to go. But now, after we got married, before we got married, we were so much into relationships, just talking about relationships, encouraging people. If you're heartbroken, it's not the end of life, because we were also there.
Yeah.
So when we got married, we felt that that's the way that God was leading us to also now talk about marriage and to just be light outside there in regards to show forth that marriage indeed works, because in this world there's a wrong picture that's been painted. I mean, we have had so many negative stories about marriage, but it doesn't mean that marriage is not working. It's working. It's only that for those whose marriage is working, they are not vocal out there. And you know, we tend to carry the narrative that is sold outside there. So we decided for us, we wanted our marriage to speak outside there, to give hope, to bring inspiration to young people, because something that was created by God was meant to work.
Yeah.
As hard as it may seem, at the end of the day, it was meant to work. Yes.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
Benjamin, I see we're going to be losing you and having her come in.
All the best with that. Yeah.
Finances, it's something that also you talked about on this show, and how our different personalities determine how we use our money.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the most, I don't know, most important things that we need to talk about. Like, it's the one thing that breaks marriages and relationships.
Or makes them.
Or makes them as well.
Yeah, so finances are very key. How you look at money, because even like from our Lord Jesus Christ, he talked about money more than anything. And it's solely because, you know, we need money to get by in life. It's a measure of value. It helps us communicate a lot, you know. So for us, it was figuring what we need to do to secure ourselves financially. When we started out, we were both from Bible school, so none of us had a job.
Okay.
And then savings depleted. And then I'm trying to set up something, and it's not really working. And so she had to go back to work. Maybe a lot of people don't know that, but at that initial time in our life, she used to do so much for the family, because my money was not really structured. So I'm trying to put it here. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't pan out well. So she used to, you know, bear much of it.
Okay.
But we knew where we were going, and it was not about me having a job or her having a job. It was about work.
Okay.
Because the first thing man was given in the garden was work. It wasn't a job. You see, a lot of people are told, oh, get a job before you get married. What if you get married and then 2 weeks down the line you lose that job? What happens?
Yeah.
You see, so it's being objective to have work. So for me, I knew what I needed to do. And later on, we started, you know, figuring out our money personalities. She's a spender,
I'm a
of course,
spender.
Hello, spender.
being a sanguine. Matter of fact, in that initial, you know, phase of our marriage, it was kind of a source of conflict in a way. Yeah. Because me, I'm more of an amasa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an amasa, but my second personality again is I'm big on giving. I just like to give and to be a blessing. So for her, there's this one day, Maze, we don't have...
Spill.
Yes, let me spill this beans. So there's this one day, we didn't have, like, our money is running thin, and then, so she needs an allowance to go to work and come back. Me, I'm trying to work something. I've always worked online all my life, like employed very little.
Okay.
So she comes back and she chucks this keyhole and is like, baby, look at what I got. And I'm like,
It was a
oh
teddy
my
bear,
God.
a cute teddy bear key holder.
Feel you.
Yes.
And it was calling your name.
Yes.
You needed to
I
have it.
needed it.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
so-
all we need
and I'm
to
like,
hear it call us.
oh my God, what is this? How much is this? And she says, so I'm like, so where is your tomorrow's fare? I don't
like teddy bear.
I don't have it. I'm like, oh my God, look at this woman. So it was really like, that was an eye-opener. It was a conflict at that moment, but it was an eye-opener
Yeah.
to get into that conversation of how do we handle money, how much allowance do we have to spend, you know, without asking the other person, like this amount you can spend without asking. And if you need to do a project, then we have to sit down and look at how we handle that. So from that, we began to grow. We began to, you know, have conversations around how do we give in church? Do we give every Sunday, or do we give once a month? You know. So
That's an option?
Yeah.
it's an option. Yeah.
Okay.
So we began just setting those rules in place. How much do we give to friends? If you have a wedding, do we have a kitty for that?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because at times we get into that pressure.
Yes.
You don't have money, but you live in Copa to give into a wedding, which is not prudent, if you ask us. So we got into those conversations, and we've seen our finances grow. Of course, we are not there super wealthy where we'd want,
but we're okay.
We are okay. We are comfortable. We can have fun. We can give, and we can just be ourselves. She can spend whatever she needs.
I was about to ask that. Are you still spending?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I feel it's important.
It
'cause
is.
this is part of your personality,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And sometimes as girls, maybe when you just feel like there's so much happening in your space, sometimes you just want maybe to go to the salon or to go buy
retail
stuff,
therapy.
you know. Yeah.
It's
So-
beautiful. You are healed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you
Yeah.
understand, Benjamin?
I'm understanding that.
You feel like you can conquer the world at that point. That
Exactly.
everything is okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So good thing, as much as he's an Amasa, I thank God that he understands that bit of me. It's no longer a conflict.
Yeah.
But then I cannot go beyond what we have planned, you know, because it's for the course of our marriage, you know. So if I'm done with my with my allowance, I have to go back, maybe talk nicely to him.
And we know how to
you
do
know?
that.
Yeah. And then maybe he can chip in.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk mentorship. As you mentor others, as you walk the journey of relationship and marriage with other people, who walks with you? Do you have somebody else that you go to that when you can't talk to us? Because sidhani kama sisi tuko huku kwa online tunataka kusikia mna deal na nini. We want to see our perfect happy others.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We do have mentors, a number of them. Okay, we are in an accountability group in church. We have other couples who are peers, and then we have older couples. We have Tony and Terry Gobanga. I think they are well known out here. So that's our mentor couple. We have others that we look up to. You know, we have our pastor's parent at church, who are an older couple. So those are people who speak into our marriage, you know, whenever we need counsel, whenever we need to figure out things. Even this that we are doing, merge, we don't do it like autonomously.
Okay.
We have to check with people like Tony. So is it okay for us to speak about these topics, or can we wait until later?
Okay.
Which works for us, because ours is an education process. Our outlook towards inspiring a generation is not really, you know, showing people the medals. We want to show them like the education process, how to make decisions, you know, how to be there for your wife, how to be there for your husband in a practical way. Because, you know, we can't really showcase our life and expect that just by looking, you would get a lesson there. A lot of times what I've seen, you know, in these circles is that there's a lot of covetousness that has been birthed, because
That is true.
we've shown people, oh, this is where we live, this is what we own. And a lot of people are like, man, dude, if you don't do this for me, I can't, you know. So us, it's not about that. Even if you look at our YouTube, we show very little of, we just, you know, talk to people about topics that really affect them. Yeah.
That's true. And, you know, being in the era of social media, there's a lot that comes out. You will be laughed at. You will be loved. They will come at you with names and everything. How do you handle that? Have you experienced it?
Yeah, I've experienced it, especially sometime last year. And maybe I would just get inboxes in my Instagram, just talking about maybe what we do online. But one thing that I keep reminding myself, or we keep reminding ourselves, is that our purpose is bigger than what people say. And so we let our purpose drive us than the words of people.
Yes.
Yeah, because people will always be there. They will always speak no matter what you do. even in regards to maybe weddings, you know, sometimes you just want big weddings to please people, but even if you have a big wedding, people will still talk. Even if you just seem like you're perfect, people will always talk. But purpose should always drive you. It's that one thing that should always just make you step out of bed and keep fighting, even if people are maybe putting you down. And then maybe to add something in regards to the people who work with us is our best couple. Right now, I feel young people, we are at a point where we just say, we'll just do a wedding and I'll just call this girlfriend and this other jama and we will work together. But sometimes your best couple needs to be, for me, I like to advise people, they need to be people who are married and people who you can admire their marriage. Because sometimes when it's dark, sa zenye kimeumana, you need people that you can go and just meet, talk. If you need to cry, cry. If they need to embrace you, let them embrace you. But the moment you go for just anybody, like you won't have that space, you know. And for us, our best couple, they are not old people.
Okay.
In fact, we are the same we are age mates, you know.
They are boys.
Yeah. But they are girls, but their marriage is they believe in marriage first and foremost.
Okay.
So anytime we feel we are down and we just meet up with them, even if you're going to laugh or just have a cup of coffee, but we leave that place edified knowing that our marriage is going to work.
Yeah.
That this is something is really going to work. When we get the trolls and something, these are guys we can just call or just up them and we're like, you guys, have you seen what these guys are saying about us, you know? And they're like, no, you guys, like your purpose is bigger than anything else. Like we have to keep fighting, you know? Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And our time is almost up, but quick parting shots from each one of you and social medias before we go. We'll start with you, Benjamin.
Yeah, so for us, it's just be objective. Social media is good.
Yeah.
If you have to use it, be very, very objective. Know what brings you there and stick to it. And keep Jesus at the center of everything. Our marriage is only perfect because Jesus is at the center, not because we don't fight or any other thing. It's just because Jesus is at the center.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now maybe for the other people on the other side of social media, I feel for the young people, we need to just get to a point where we sift out the things that we watch, you know. We need to know that the life that is portrayed on social media isn't 100% what is always going on. Behind the glam, there were tears, you know. There were bad days when people felt that they don't want to do it, but they kept on pushing on, you know. So on the other side, always remember that the things that you're seeing is like 20%, but there is the 80% that is not being shown. So there is more. So don't just box your mind and box your life concerning the things that you see. If it is a jama that you want, don't box them based on a certain couple that you're seeing. And if they don't fit that box, then you're not going to date them. No, there is more to that. Check for values, check for character, and check if this person is self-driven, and then you can allow them into your life.
A random question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Random. What do you think of women shooting their shots?
For me,
I told you, pretty random. So I've seen a jama I
that
like.
one is
I'm
random.
just like, you know, very random.
Yeah, for me, shooting your shot is a no, but you initiating a relationship is a yes. I mean, not relationship like we are dating. You initiating friendship.
Okay.
It's a yes for me.
Okay.
Like I come and say, okay, you're not a jama.
I was already in character. I was just like, I'm going to just go with my voice.
Let me just use this.
Okay.
Like I see Benjamin and I say, hi, Benjamin. I'm Wende. Like, we just talk. I just get to know him.
Yeah.
And maybe bit by bit, he can ask for my number. Because, you know, men, they love chasing.
Yes, they do.
So if you just
so
cut the trail.
I'm just like, okay, fine. This I think you should come back. Our time is up, but I like that. I like that. It's okay for you to just be like, hi.
Initiate the friendship.
Where did you get your watch?
Yes.
It's like, I'm your perfume.
Yes.
And then because we see how it goes.
Let it flow.
And hopefully they will see you. Unlike Benjamin, It took a picture. Thank you so much for coming through. Social media handles.
At Njatha on Instagram. On Facebook, Marge. You can find me on Marge. Yes.
That's
Yeah,
personal.
Benjamin Njatha, and then on YouTube, Marge the Njathas.
Okay.
Yes.
Asanteni sana kwa kuja.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
We're taking a very short commercial break. We'll be right back. This is Full Circle with Mwikali.